What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I am Diana and I am the creator, founder, the face behind what is known as Money Boss Mama. And I felt the need to do a sit down for this video just because I feel like I owe y'all an explanation as to why the heck I am searching for a duplex again after I said that I wasn't going to do it. And I feel like I need to preface this a little bit just by saying I've learned, especially now that I just turned 31, like I feel like I'm really in my 30s now, that life is literally just trial and error. Life is all about just allowing yourself to try new things, and it's okay to change your mind. And this is with anything, not even just concerning finances. It is okay to change your mind. It is okay to say you don't want to do something and then you realize that you really do. No one has lived life before. We are all living life for the first time ever. And so we're all just doing the best that we can. Life really doesn't come with a manual. And I think that I'm really living in that truth that I can't be afraid of trying new things, and I can't be afraid to be like, no, I was wrong, or that I changed my mind. But there are quite a few things that kind of made up my decision to go for it, because I did a whole dramatic ass video on me, saying I want to invest in a duplex. I think that was about 2 years ago. Yeah, I think that video was about 2 years ago. And then about a year into it, I said that I would just kind of wait because I'm a single mom. It was going to be a lot. Basically, I had just scared myself out of it, and I allowed other people to put their limitations and their fears and their bad experiences on me. So I kind of want to talk about the process a little bit with this too. I assumed just with home ownership, anything, it was going to be, a super tough process to get pre-approved, and I'm gonna have to have all these stacks of paper with my transactions and everything, but it was kind of smooth. Shockingly, the process, just from where I am right now, I've got the pre-approval. I know the amount that I can be looking for, and we are looking for properties. But I think that this is worth saying because this has been 6 years in the making. This is not something that has been a super quick process. And I know a lot of times when it comes to single women, single moms, and their finances, we often feel behind. We feel like we should be a lot further ahead. This should not be taking as long as it is. But I mean, this has been a 6-year-long process, me being patient and having to exercise patience and consistency. And the lender himself, I don't think me going into it and him talking to me, he thought that I was going to have the application that I did, but the credit score and everything just kind of shook him a bit. And that is the best feeling in the world, when you know the work that you've put in to get to that place and it actually paid off, like it actually worked. So that's something that I want to say as well. If your process is taking a little bit longer, that's totally fine. Do it right. Don't rush through it because it's all going to pay off. Wine break. Now, let's get into these main reasons. And I have basically 4 main reasons as to why I decided to pick this dream back up. And the main one is that the dating scene is a hot ass mess. If you are a single woman, then it's slim pickings out here, especially if you are a woman that is trying to improve her finances. You're paying your own bills, you're making your own money. That really weeds out a lot of people that you might have entertained before. And then throw on top of that, you being a mother, I've learned as a mother that when you are dating as a single mom, you're not just dating for yourself, you're dating for you and your children, because this person is going to wind up being around your children. And I am someone that I came out of a over 10-year long relationship, and that really taught me that I'm not settling. I'm finally at the place now. I'm at peace. I'm not settling. Even if I have to be alone for the rest of my freaking life, I refuse to settle for a man that is beneath my worth and my value. If I have to be alone for the rest of my life, that is fine. I will not budge just to say that I have someone and just to get rid of those feelings of being lonely and being behind. So that being said, I was going to wait until, you know, I got a partner and I could have a little bit of help, because just thinking about maintenance requests and things like that, it was very overwhelming. But I know that I am representation for other single women, showing them that they can do it. And my daughter is a main reason why I decided to push through, because I don't want her to feel like she has to halt her plans just because she does not have a partner. Like, she watches me like a hawk, and I want to teach her that she should go through and push through with her goals, whether she has a partner or not. And also that your partner should add to whatever you're doing, but you should be able to keep yourself afloat on your own. Another reason why I decided to go down the route of becoming a real estate investor, even though I am still single, is because I know that for me, social media is not forever. Now, don't panic. I don't feel like I'm leaving YouTube, but I did not create Money Boss Mama honestly to be a business. I did not create Money Boss Mama to get caught up in numbers and analytics and to just be this popular person. That was not my intention. I was just pissed off because I couldn't find anyone to help my ass. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure it out myself. And then I am going to be that person that puts the help online. And it just grew. But I know, especially now that I've taken some time, like if you came from Instagram, you know, I have, my posting has dwindled dramatically, but I know that, so I don't want to rely on social media. Generational wealth is very important to me, and that's always been a main vision of mine, is to give my children more and to be able to put them in a position to where they can give their children more opportunities and things like that. And I don't want to rely on social media to be a big chunk in that process. Yes, I do get paid from social media posts, but I don't want to have to be on all the time. Like, I kind of just want to live my life and be creative and post what I want to post and say what I want to say, and not have to worry about, is this on within my niche? Am I on brand? It's very overwhelming to me, and I'm like, I did not sign up for this shit. Okay, so that is something that was a big role in it too. I want my wealth and my money to be more passive. Like, I feel like people are always going to need a place to stay. I don't have to be like, oh, I didn't post today, let me whip something together or something like that, you know? I want my money to come from other areas that don't require me to be on. And I want to stand in my truth, and I feel like it's very hard to do that. And whenever you are building a business online, it's very difficult to stand in your truth and to stick to your core. And so I would just rather not have to rely on it at all. Next reason why I decided to say YOLO and go for it is because I have other investments that I want to dabble in. But like, I have been talking to my brother about certain investments that we want to join forces on. And I just have discussions with him about just investments that we could be making separately. family, to me, family is everything. Family is a huge value of mine, and if I'm going to do anything, it's going to be with my family. And I've always had a vision of me going into partnership with my family, putting my family on whatever it is that I do and whatever it is that I'm gaining. Like, I am making sure that my family is at the core of that. Like, you know, when someone makes it and they put the whole family on, that is me. That is really what I want to do. I want to put my family on my back, and no one's forcing me. It's just something that I want to do. So we have a huge investment, huge to me, because I'm like, who's going to pay for this? That we are trying to run the numbers on and get together. And I know that if I'm in this duplex and I can at least break even when it comes to the mortgage, that will allow me to save up for this investment a lot faster. And so I am going to be having my hands in like real estate and other areas too. I don't want to jinx it by talking too much about it, but I know that this is going to be step one to me getting to that place. And last reason why I decided to go for it is because I do not want to let fear consume me. My whole outlook on life is me honoring me, like me honoring the sacrifices and the good decisions that I have made. And I feel like I was really letting the previous me who did all this work to pay off debt and save money and start investing, I was letting that woman down, and it was all due to operating through the spirit of fear. I will always have fear. People will always tell me their bad experiences. I know, even still, like, I'm like, hell, what's gonna happen if my tenants call me and they have a broken toilet or whatever? But I know that I just have to move. I just have to move my feet. I just have to execute when it comes to my vision, and I will figure it out along the way. So like I said in the beginning, life is all about trial and error. Life is all about getting in there and figuring it out and finding yourself and learning yourself, what you like and what you dislike. What are your goals? Never say that you can't do something. Try it out. And if you tried it out, then okay, if it didn't work, then it didn't work. But I don't ever want to be that person that's like, what if? I always visualize myself on my deathbed and I'm like, what would I be thinking? What would be going through my mind? And what would I regret if for some reason I woke up tomorrow and found out that I have some terminal illness? What is it that I would have regretted that I didn't do? And this would totally be one of them. I know that the process isn't going to be pretty. I know that I'm going to bump my head. I want to make mistakes, because just like when we were young and we touched a hot ass stove, we didn't touch it again after we burned our hands. Like, I got to get in there and I've got to learn, and I want to make mistakes. I don't want it to go perfectly, because that's going to help me in the process when I'm getting my second property. So hopefully if you are watching this, whatever it is that you kind of scared yourself away from, that you poke your chest out and you walk towards it, and you know that, hey, if I don't know it all, I'm going to figure it out along the way. Life is all about trial and error, and I am rooting for you. So cheers to you, girl. Cheers to me. I'm bringing you along this journey. It is a journey, because homegirl does not know what she's doing. Do not ask me. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out together. But let's catch up. Leave me down below what your financial goals are. What are you working towards right now? And what are you doing to build generational wealth? And if you're not doing it yet, if you're still like, girl, I'm in debt, what are your plans? Let's uplift and inspire one another instead of, you know, putting our fears and limitations on one another. I feel like we really need that in this world right now. So let me know down below. I'm just gonna tell you that you can do it. If you are consistent and you really want it, girl, you're going to figure it out. So cheers, and I will catch you guys in the next video.
All right, and watch your sweetie.